Welcome back to more Dual Destinies. Do you like this splash screen or whatever you call it? I changed it to match the current case we're on and also put on that dope song. We are going to be taking it easy today, I think. I had booted up the game for a second and I got really scared because I thought I lost progress, but I'd forgotten we had gone through the first day of trial. I think we talked to Filch, right? And Jinxie. I don't remember what was said. You know what? The game will recap it for me. They do that sometimes. I think this will be a time where they'll do it for me. Oh, hey, Athena, what's up? I was expecting to see you, your face is staring at me. I don't even remember her ever doing this in the original game. Like her staring directly at us with the widget screen. It's a new look.
Having a yokai testify in court is unprecedented to say the least.
I am Tenma Oh! Yes, I remember. Damien Tenma is possessed by Tenma Taro, presumably. I am Tenma Taro, the yokai you seek. Right. I think the prosecution was about to like pin the murder on Jinxie based on how things were going. So Damien is presumably possessed by Tenma Taro in the hopes of like getting the blame off of Jinxie. Or maybe he's actually really possessed, we don't know. How could such a straight-laced man like Mr. Tenma suddenly become a demon?
Yeah, it's strange. Even worse, Prosecutor Blackwell is playing along. I can't even think straight anymore. I need to go out for a run. I'll see you in a bit.
Wait, what about the investigation?
Trucy, hi! Hey! Trucy! Welcome back! Oh, you're in your stage outfit. Back from work?
Ain't girl like 10? She's 16. What's she doing working? I know she was working in Apollo Justice, like doing magic tricks and whatever, but like, come on. Why are we allowing her to work?
Yep, I really nailed this new magic trick I've been working on. I also heard about those tricks that were conjured up in court earlier today. You know, the demon out of nowhere trick and Polly's tightrope style defense trick.
I was seriously considering a disappearing act of my own after all that craziness. Anyway, our next trick is to find a suspect other than the mayor. I know the killer must have used the air duct in their escape.
And whoever did that was the Tenma Taro that Mr. Filch and Jinxie saw.
Right. Maybe there's some evidence in the air duct.
The real fight starts now. Hey, before you go, let me make the evidence you no longer need disappear. 1, 2, 3, pop.
Oh, they got rid of the flower. No, but I wanted to hold on to the flower because it's cute. All right, unnecessary evidence has disappeared into choosing magic panties. I wonder where all that stuff goes. Nah, don't worry about it.
Okay, let's get over to the scene of the crime. Vámonos, Apollo, vámonos!
Oh, we're starting off here.
Detective Fulbright, mind if we search the air duct?
Hey, buddy. Oh, he's so sad. Why is he starting off the day so sad? Well, since you really are on the side of justice, I suppose I can let you. Plus, my own sense of justice has been called into doubt, so...
I wonder if he's been like this ever since the trial.
Well, his sense of justice has been beaten to a pulp. It'll probably take a while for him to recover.
I sort of feel bad for him, but we have work to do, so I no longer feel bad for him. Let's go get to the evidence we need.
The air duct is the key. We know the Tenma Taro impersonator used it to make an escape. After murdering the alderman, the killer left the Fox chamber through the hallway door. Killer, okay. Then, after locking the door from the outside, the killer entered the air duct in the hallway. Finally, the killer dropped the key into the Fox chamber through the air vent here. Fox camber! Then went back through the air duct and fled the manor. That's how the illusion of no one entering or leaving the locked room was created. Thank God for the recap.
If the killer passed through the air duct, maybe we'll find some evidence there.
Yeah, maybe some black feathers or something like that. Good luck, how are you gonna get in there? Oh, you're gonna get in there from the foyer side, probably. Well, here's a vent. It's awfully high up.
Don't worry, I brought a stepladder. Happy hunting!
Oh, I would have thought that actually I guess they can't really step into the air duct because they might come across like evidence there that and then they'll ruin it by like crawling their way through it. How nice of her to volunteer me for the job. You can't let a lady go up a ladder. That's not right. Whoa, it's pitch black in here. Well, here goes nothing. Did you bring a flashlight? Will I get to see inside? Never mind what I said about the whole crawling in and disturbing things. He's crawling in anyway. Why would you crawl in through this way if you're not gonna... If we were making the assumption that they climbed in through the foyer side, why the hell did you climb in through the... Okay, whatever. I guess they wanted an excuse to bring up a ladder. There's a thick layer of dust in here. I don't get it.
Find anything? Yikes! Apollo, what happened? You're covered in dust.
Yeah, dust. Lots of dust. Honestly, me too. And I don't even go through air ducts, I just live in a home.
So? What did you find?
You know how dust collects on something when nobody uses it for a long time?
Yeah, like Mr. Wright's desk back at the office.
Right. You think it'd be possible to crawl over that sort of dust without leaving a trail?
I seriously doubt it. Wait, you're not suggesting... No one's gone through that dock lately!
Kinda looks that way. And if it's true, Mayor Tenma is going to be fingered as the killer.
But...
If we don't turn things around quickly. And just as we trust! I think I recall in the Japanese version, his police badge is actually shaped differently. I think it's more narrow or something like that? Ugh! Ha ha ha! Sorry, Mr. Justice. But it seems your justice was not the most just after all. It is my sense of justice that has prevailed. Arg!
Detective Fulbright sure seems chipper all of a sudden.
Ha ha ha! Ugh, and I'm back to my old devastated self. Oh, come on! Where's the never say die spirit? Bring it on, Mr. Lawyer Man! Bring it on! Let me suffer in peace. Ha ha ha! Justice prevails once more!
It's not over yet! And besides, kicking someone when they're down is what bad guys do!
Are you calling me a bad guy? He's a bad guy. Duh. Or something like that. I think that's how the song goes. I don't listen to music anymore. Me, Bobby Fulbright, champion of justice?
Then how about some information on the investigation? We need some help here.
We just got here. Information? How about the investigation? All right, but I won't have you calling me a bad guy ever again. Understood?
We did it, Apollo.
Yeah, but how long can we keep this up? Investigation?
I can't believe Prosecutor Blackwell will stoop that low. I mean, to pinning the blame on a yokai? He really wants a conviction at all cost.
I mean, that's his job, right? She could give a yokai a run for its money when she's mad. Yes! Well, I have him writing a self-reflective essay as we speak because he wants to convict a demon? I will not convict demons in court ever again. Just write that 100 times.
I doubt that'll teach him anything.
Yeah, he'll probably just write dotard 1,000 times. That whole yokai business is most likely a ploy to win a conviction. Truth is, Prosecutor Blackwell believes Jinxie Tenma planted that yokai stuff. Planted it in an effort to protect her father, the real killer.
Yeah, right! I'd like to see him prove it.
Whoa, calm down. He doesn't have any direct evidence, but we did find this. It was at the base of the cliff just outside the QB Manor. Wait, that isn't the stuff Tenma Taro was supposedly carrying, is it? The one and only. Miss Tenma no doubt tossed it over the cliff when she was done.
No way! Well, what about Prince?
Nope, no prints. But if she was wearing a costume, there wouldn't be anyway. Well, prints or no prints, it's not going to work in our favor. Sounds like the staff might have belonged to the mansion, but if that's the case, then where in the mansion did Tenma Taro get it from? Ninetails. Did Prosecutor Blackwell figure out that the victim was the amazing Ninetails? He did indeed. He's a sharp one, all right. He figured it out while investigating the municipal murder in the victim's past. I don't know why, it's always so funny when this pops up, because it's like, man, this is an Ace Attorney game, huh? The amazing Ninetails sparked the yokai craze and worked against the murder. And Mayor Damien Tenma is the corrupt politician who murdered that great hero. The amazing Ninetails fans are so angry, they even tried to storm the detention center.
I don't blame them. I mean, their favorite masked wrestling hero was murdered. They must have been shocked when they found out what happened.
Speaking of which, isn't Jinxie also a fan of the amazing Ninetails? Yeah, so that means that in other words, she would never kill him.
A wrestler's mask is more precious than his own life. He'd never unmask himself in front of others. But there are matches where wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's mask. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself.
She spoke with a passion that only a fan could appreciate.
We ought to become fans ourselves and go protest in front of the prison.
No thank you.
What? No! Did you forget that Mayor Tim was not only Jinx's father, but our client?
Oh yeah, you be careful now. You're defending the most hated mayor in history. I just hope you don't find yourself on the wrong end of a figure 4 leg lock. Figure 4 leg lock. I don't know what that is. Maybe I should wear a mask to hide my identity. No, you're cute the way you are. I know that the wearing a mask is not to hide your cuteness, but no. Are there any other new developments that we should know? Now that you mention it. Our suspect is suffering partial memory loss, but he did manage to remember something. He did? What did he say? He said he didn't want to speak with us. His exact words were, "I am under no obligation to speak with you mortals." And other things of that nature. I wonder what Mayor Temmel remembered. Too bad you can't go ask him now, because Prosecutor Blackwell's busy questioning him. I know. Why don't you wait down at the playground with the rest of the kids? You sure you want a bunch of grown people hanging around with kids? Come on, you're a cop. You should know better.
What now, Apollo?
Not to insinuate that Apollo and Athena would do anything bad, I'm just saying. How about regrouping back at the agency?
Good idea. We might get some words of wisdom out of Mr. Wright while we're there.
We were at the agency. We came here. And now we're going back to the agency? Why couldn't we just do things in an order that's more efficient? A lot of traveling, huh? Maybe I'll go read over some past cases. How's that gonna help you?
And I'll go do some research on exorcisms. Hey, what's with you guys? You seem bummed out.
How should I put this? It's like we're at the edge of a cliff, and the only way is down.
In other words, business as usual, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. Except this time, it's like we're bound and gagged, too. Ooh, kinky.
Don't forget blindfolded with our ears plugged up. Oh, and monsters at every turn, huh? Sounds rough.
Hey, Apollo. Oh, I'm assuming this is Phoenix. Oh, and Athena's here, too.
Mr. Wright!
Where have you been? How goes the investigation, Apollo? Athena?
I think it's safe to say that things have gotten hairier than before.
Really? What happened? I don't know, just a lot of hair started growing out of my legs and my cheeks and everywhere. It's getting out of hand. That was a bad joke, I'm sorry. I was watching the two of you this morning from the gallery. That was one tough day in court, to say the least. I know, I've never had to defend a yokai before. That business about the locked room was another major hurdle.
Yeah, and on top of that, Jinxie was accused of being an accomplice.
But at least you figured out how someone could have escaped that locked room. Yeah, well, we just found out that our reasoning might have been a tad flawed. Oh, really? Well, that's bad news.
How are we going to get out of this one?
The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles.
Oh, the wise words of his old mentor. Force? A smile?
Yeah. My mentor told me that when I was still learning the trade. She also taught me to return to the basics whenever I got stuck. Return to the basics? That's right. Always believe in your client, no matter what happens. That is a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. The basics. Always believe in your client, huh?
You and Athena.
So, Mr. Wright, how long have you known Athena? I met her during a trip to Europe. When did you go to Europe?
Huh?
You were in Europe? Why haven't I heard about this before? I also didn't hear about this. Yeah, I went there a few times to study the various legal systems over there. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I thought you worked as a pianist after you quit practicing law. I did, but an old friend of mine needed help with some legal work from time to time, so...
Old friend.
Oh, I guess you were never really very far from the courtroom then.
It was like fate brought us together. It's thanks to Mr. Wright that I became a lawyer at all.
I knew she was lawyer material from the moment I met her. It's because of her spiky hair and everything, huh? And I have high hopes for her ability to analyze people's emotions.
Oh, it's nothing special.
Maybe I've underestimated that analytical psychology of hers. I mean, it's helped you multiple times at this point, right? Oh, I guess it's technically only helped once at this point because the first case in this game hasn't happened yet in their world.
It's just, I thought that if my special ability could help defend innocent people, Then I had to do everything in my power to bring it to the courtroom. That's when I really started hitting the books hard.
I'm still amazed she actually became a lawyer. And at the tender age of 18, no less. Wow, that's almost superhuman. It's not, but it's really impressive to say the least. Or personal. Like she's trying to help somebody she knows. No, of course not. Who could she be needing to help?
Alright, I'm totally pumped up after talking to you, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, fuck Apollo, he can't do shit.
It's like you said, the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles.
And don't forget to return to the basics whenever you get stuck. Keep believing in my client. Right. Mr. Wright? Yes? I'm gonna go visit our client again. I think that's a good idea. Alright, time to see what's new down at the detention center. Alright, just drag me by the arm, it's fine, whatever. You know, it's nice getting a little pep talk from our boss once in a while. You know, we need it.
Mayor Tenma, we wanted to talk to you about something.
So my minions have returned!
Apollo! He still thinks he's a yokai!
I wonder if we'll ever be able to talk to Mayor Tenma again. Oh?
Silence, peddler of the legal trade! Free me from these imprisoning walls with great haste!
Wow, he's sounding more and more like a real demon with every sentence. I'm starting to wonder if we should even be helping him win his freedom.
Still, we can't let Mayor Tenma stay possessed. You know what I mean?
If you can clear me of these charges, I shall help in whatever manner I may. Now, ask of me what you will!
I suppose it's worth a shot. Can't we, like, get someone to stick a talisman on his head to help with this thing? Because honestly, my throat is not appreciating this fucking voice I gave him. It's definitely not my fault. Feathers and tracks. Were those feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime really your doing?
Indeed! The remnants of Tenmataro, king of the underworld AB! The day when I once again dominate the mortal world is at hand! Ka 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 ka!
The prosecution claims the feathers and tracks were planted by Jinxie.
What's the
What? Oh, what? I think there was a little bit of him for a second.
I must breach these walls and go defend my little Jinxie at once!
Huh? Mayor Tenma, is that you?
Well, Damien still appears to reside within this body, but I should have expected as much from a descendant of mine! Be silent now, Damien!
How do you think he gets his eyes rolled back like that when he's playing this part? I mean, he's definitely possessed. He's definitely possessed. I guess the little things like demonic possessions won't stop a father's love for his daughter. I mean, that makes him a very good father. You didn't kill Alderman QB, did you?
I have killed no one! The remnants of my presence have been misconstrued! All I do is help out
The local hospital. I don't know. I was trying to think of I think I was trying to think of like a soup kitchen or something.
The murderer is not I! For if I had slain that mortal, raging hellfire would have consumed him, leaving naught but... Yikes!
I don't know what he said. So you're saying there must have been somebody else there? Come to think of it, the mayor had mentioned that he'd been clubbed with the statue. I'd better ask about this too. Detective Fulbright mentioned that you might have something new to tell me.
Indeed, I have! I regurgitated... What? I regurgitated... What?
I know the word.
I regurgitated this key but a short while ago.
That's nasty. What do you mean you regurgitated it?
Behold, the key to the forbidden chamber.
Whoa! Is regurgitation one of your demonic powers too? That's fucking nasty.
Ah! I do not waste my powers on such parlor tricks. Take the key from the killer to Damien, whereupon he swallowed it. He sought to bar the killer entry to the forbidden chamber.
So he wanted to keep it shut tight.
But no fingerprint shall you find upon that key, for it was in my belly. I mean...
How would you know there's no fingerprints on it? How do you know that? Wait, is that another one of your demonic powers then?
Foolish mortal! You would have me, Tenmataro, act as some asinine alchemist? I but asked the jailer and my will was done. Quite eagerly, I must add. Ka-ka-ka-ka!
Oh, it's an honor to serve your malevolence. What? Guess I'm not the only one he's scared the living daylights out of. So he got a guard to clean a key of any fingerprints, as though that wouldn't be a suspect act to do when you're suspected of murder. Just, okay, guard, you fucking accomplice.
Can we ask how you used this key? We couldn't find a keyhole anywhere or in or around the door.
Curse that infernal door! If I had known its matter of opening long ago, would I have made my return?
He has a point there.
Maybe Jinxie knows something about how the whole thing works? Forbidden chamber key added to the court record. I like how they just had this happen and they don't offer an explanation as to how he regurgitated it back, just because like it would be too much work to have to explain how a man just out of nowhere regurgitated a key that he swallowed like 2 days ago. Let's present something to him. What do you want to see? Oh, you wanted to see the statue, right?
What, might I ask, is that?
This statue was found at the scene. Someone hit Mayor Tenma over the head with it. It had been wrapped in a large cloth before the alderman's murder.
Let me see whether Damien knows about that such a thing. Yes. Something wrapped in just such a cloth does he recall. A secret gift from Alderman QB, it would seem. He, however, had not a chance to see it until now, for the cloth did conceal it.
Maybe the cloth fell off or was removed after the mayor was struck.
Of that Damien does not know.
A secret gift. Interesting. Maybe Jinxie knows something about it. Okay, sounds like we really need to talk to Jinxie about everything. I should question him about the blackmail letter too. Oh, how nice of them to go through the trouble of editing the text on that blackmail letter to English. Let's see what he says when I show it to him. Okay, it sounds like they really want me to show the blackmail letter to him.
Why does that accursed blackmail letter that was sent to Damien?
I thought this was Damien talking. Apparently, somebody slipped it into the alderman's pocket. We believe someone, probably the killer, stole it from Mayor Tenma's briefcase. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
You have questions, do you? Very well, ask away, mortal.
I have been talking to you. Why didn't you just not simply tell me? Who placed this in the alderman's pockets?
I don't know. Very few were they who knew. What? Very few were they who knew the letter was in Damien's briefcase.
Very few? As in anyone knew besides Damien? I'm surprised he would have told anybody. So, whoever knew about the blackmail letter being in the mayor's briefcase is a potential suspect in its theft and placement in the alderman's pocket.
Could it have been his doing?
Mr. Mayor. Mr. Taro, did you just remember something?
Indeed I did. There was but one other who knew of that letter. Damien's aide, Florent Labelle.
Of course.
Full knowledge of that briefcase contents did that aide possess?
I don't know. I guess he was his aide, so I guess he would be the one that he would confide in because he's an aide. But Damien Tenma, did you really, I don't mean to, judge a book by its cover, but did you really think it was the best idea to have hired a man such as him as your aide? I feel like he could have gone with someone that was local. Who am I to judge? Then he may be the blackmailer and the murderer we're looking for. Really? You think? He looks so innocent, though.
That is preposterous. He's a most trusted advisor. He would never betray Damien.
Aren't you? You're Damien right now, right? I was judging it based on this tie thing. When it's flailed out, that's Tenma Taro. Did you get it mixed up?
Seems like Mayor Tenma's a bit too trusting of those around him.
Still, this is huge. Now we know who might have slipped that blackmail letter into Alderman's pocket. Look out, Florent Labelle. Here comes justice.
Let's go find Mr. LaBelle and rake him over the coals.
Yeah, fuck him up. Thanks for the help. You've just given us a major lead. The way things are going, it makes it feel like this investigation day is gonna be short. But maybe there's something more that I don't remember.
There's something that still bothers me. If Mr. LaBelle is the killer, what could have motivated him to open the forbidden chamber?
We should probably search it for clues.
Only one problem. How do you open a locked door that doesn't have a keyhole?
Let's go talk to Jinxie. Maybe she can help.
Give me your booby.
He would never. Well, maybe Tenma Taro would. I don't know. Do you think Tenma Taro knows what a booby is? We have to look for Jinxie, right? Where should I go for that? I'll start with Yokai Lane. Okay, we're loading. Hey, isn't that...
She sleepwalk?
She mumba?
You dare imprison me?
Oh, I didn't realize she was talking!
Jinxie! She's acting really strange.
Also, the text advanced on our own, so I need to pay attention to what the fuck they're doing, because they won't stop for me. They won't stop for little me.
That loathsome no-good nine-tailed fox. He shall know the terror that is mine and despair. Grr, grr. You shall pay. Oh, you shall pay dearly. All of you.
Jinxie, are you alright?
Oh, is that you, Mr. Demon Lawyer?
Morning, Jinxie. It's morning?
Morning? Isn't it already past noon?
Oh, okay.
What am I doing here? Last I remember, I lay down to take a nap back at the manor. Oh no, it must have been the Makura Gaishi.
Makura Gaishi?
Ever wake after a restless night's sleep to find your pillow in an unusual place? Or that you've been sleeping on the floor or in the hallway? Well, it's that yokai's fault. The Makura Gaishi preys on the people while they're asleep.
It sounds like you just need to be tucked in really tight, or maybe a snug sleeping bag?
Jinxie, how come you don't have any charms on your forehead? I don't? Oh, they must have fallen off. Without them, evil things can creep into me.
I'd say we had more than an adequate demonstration of that just now.
I'd better reapply them.
Have they been reapplied? Jinxie, there's something we wanted to ask you.
There was something I wanted to tell you too. I remembered something else.
You did? What was it?
Well, after the trial, I remembered lots of stuff. But there was one thing I thought was really weird.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but here goes. Really? What?
It's about the yokai feathers and tracks. They weren't there when I first opened the door.
Wait, what? Are you sure?
My memory is crystal clear now.
So you're saying they were left at the crime scene after you found it?
This could spell major trouble, Apollo.
Why?
Because Jinxie's already accused of leaving the feathers and tracks at the scene. If they weren't there when she discovered the crime scene, it'll totally fuel the claim that she fabricated the evidence later on.
I mean, either way, she's being accused, so what would, it not being there even...
Jinxie's fuzzy memory of the whole incident is really working against us.
Yeah, Jinxie, dumb bitch, why don't you remember things more clearly?
The prosecution will probably say she doesn't remember planting the evidence. Good luck rebutting that, idiot.
Not like I'm on your team or anything. Oh man, this is not good. I sure hope she didn't plant the evidence while she was sleepwalking or something. Forbidden. Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to know how to open the forbidden chamber, would you? That door doesn't even have a keyhole.
Well, it's supposed to have a secret mechanism. They say you have to figure it out before the keyhole will appear.
A secret mechanism? Really?
Uh-huh. It's hidden in the fox chamber. But only Alderman QB knew what it was and how it worked.
The Alderman of Ninetales Vale sure loved his secrets. I mean, if you have the means to, why not have some fun?
Apollo, let's go see if we can find that secret mechanism.
Whoa, slow down. There's something else I need to ask about. Jinxie, is there only one key to the forbidden chamber?
Uh-huh. Even the Manor's master key won't open it. That's because it's a very special room that must never be opened.
Guess that means nobody entered the forbidden chamber after the murder. After all, we know Mayor Tenma took the key from the killer and swallowed it, so
the mayor's effort to keep the killer out of the forbidden chamber were not in vain.
Update. Would you like to see anything, Jinxie? Would you like to see show Fox and Demon statue to Jinxie? Okay, thank you. It's a good thing I looked at that.
Alderman QB made that statue. It's a token of goodwill. I think it was meant to be for Ninetales Vale and Tenma Town.
A token of goodwill? But the two yokai are fighting. Nah, man, they're just chilling.
Fighting? Oh, I see what you mean. The cup portion is missing.
Oh.
The statue. Oh. Originally depicted the two yokai holding up a cup in celebration. But it sure doesn't look that way now, does it?
If there's a broken part of this statue, wouldn't they have been able to tell that something was broken off? Wouldn't the side of where the arms were show a part that's clearly missing? How could it have seamlessly broken off? But we can't see that side, so that side doesn't exist to us. Maybe it broke when it was used to hit Mayor Tenma on the head.
That would explain it.
But where's the cup then?
I guess the only two people who knew what it really looked like were the Alderman and I. No, it's just me. But its symbol of goodwill will be forever etched in my mind.
Cool. So, people will probably say that it's made up, but, I guess it will explain why there's a missing arm there. So, is there anything else we should know about Jinxie?
No, that's about it.
Oh, you're hiding something from me! My bracelet, it's reacting. Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to be... Injustice we trust!
It goes!
Ah! Detective Fulbright, what are you doing here? I have business with this young lady, if you must know. That charm looks so small on him. Prosecutor Blackwell has asked me to question her. Not now, I'm busy.
Question me? Sorry, not interested.
Are you here to ask about the whole yokai affair? That's right. Specifically, we wanted to ask. But I can't tell you that now, can I? Ha ha ha.
Oh, come on, please! We're partners in justice, right?
No. Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me my questions were of the utmost justice. I will not fall for your lies. In justice we trust. The Twisted Samurai sure has him on a short leash.
So you're not a ghost? Maybe some sort of urban troll then.
Now come along, Miss Tenma. To the station with you. I guess we'll never know what she was hiding.
He took her away.
Missed my chance to see what she was lying about.
Well, at least we found out there's a secret mechanism for opening the chamber. Let's go check it out.
I just hope they let us in now. This isn't the chamber. Why are we here? I gotta be honest, I didn't remember this happening. Did my game glitch? I know it's not, but I just don't remember this happening. Does he have an earring on? Okay, anyway, I'm getting very distracted by this man and his fucking diddling flower thing. Oh, what an absolutely fabulous scent! I'm so glad I had these carnations imported from England. Nothing but the finest will do. Perhaps I should place one aside for our dearly departed alderman.
Hey, it's Mr. LaBelle. Paulo, let's ask him about you-know-what.
Oh yeah, before we search the Fox Chamber, we should ask about the blackmail letter.
Why, if it isn't the mayor's little lawyers, what do you want with me?
As if you weren't his aide? You're acting like you're so distant from the fucking mayor, you dumb bitch, stupid. Oh, there's something we wanted to ask. Where's that ringing coming from?
You'll have to excuse me. Oh, hello, LaBelle here.
I forget everything about this man. I'm just constantly surprised. His phone also has like 7 rows of buttons on it. What could you possibly need to type? What the? Those things on his shoulders are cell phones?
Yes, about that. You must forgive me. This whole matter with Mayor Tenma has been a complete nightmare.
Where do you buy clothes like that? Probably in the trash can, to be honest.
Surprised? This is my own special design. It's the ultimate in functional beauty.
Functional beauty? Are you sure about that? Looks a bit unwieldy to me.
You simply don't have an eye for beauty.
So when you need to charge it, what do? Are you tethered to like, oh, I guess you wouldn't wear the jacket, I guess, if you're charging it. If having an eye for beauty means looking like this guy, I'd rather be blind. Damn, got him, get him. You should say that out loud.
So, what do you want with me?
Not much, to be honest, but I guess we have to talk to you. Both Jinxie and Mr. Filch say they saw Temataro. What about Miss... What? But what are you... What? Ah! Stop advancing things before I can fucking say things. I'm flustered. But what about you, Mr. LaBelle? If you were in the foyer, why didn't you see Ack?
Very well, I admit it. That's right. I, Florence LaBelle, saw the demon Tenmataro.
So we did see something. Then why did you lie about not seeing him?
Because I fucking hate you. I was simply trying to protect dear little Jinxie.
Protect Jinxie? What do you mean?
Why? Don't tell me you haven't heard of that strange little habit of hers.
My fingers smell like my booty hole. Which one are we talking about?
The one where she wanders around making mischief without knowing what she's doing. Rumor has it she's possessed by Tenmataro.
That one's new to me.
Well, there you have it. Anytime you hear about a Tenmataro sighting, little Jinxie should be your prime suspect.
Tell us more about that rumor.
They say she's possessed. Not all the time, of course. It hits suddenly, and then she starts wandering around doing strange things.
Is that so? Although, come to think of it, yeah, the thing you just witnessed happen. That loathsome no good Ninetales fox. He shall know the terror that is mine in despair. That certainly would explain how she was acting earlier. Considering how much she fears the yokai, as much as she does, you would think the exposure therapy that she's been giving herself would may or may not be like triggering her like conscience to like really amp up the whole being possessed kind of thing, since that's like the whole spiel.
And she even put on a Tenmataro costume and wandered around the woods at night.
She did? How would you know that? Why do you know that? That's pretty fucking sick, though. That's pretty sick. If she's sleepwalking that, she's sleep flying. That's pretty impressive. I know, like, we probably should be concerned about the fact that she's sleepwalking, like she's possessed. But like, if we're not to believe in the magic thing, it's pretty impressive that she knew how to sleep fly. Ugh. I wish I'd never asked.
Does she remember anything while she's possessed?
Unfortunately, no. She doesn't seem to remember a thing during these episodes.
Memory loss during possession.
Come to think of it, her memory of the murder scene was quite fuzzy. I suppose that too was caused by her possession. I'm gonna wipe away all the eyeliner and mascara I probably put on my face.
Ah, then maybe.
So you do understand. But that whole yokai business was entirely of her own making.
Now wait a minute. Although, that yokai evidence wasn't there until after she discovered the crime scene. Did she leave those black feathers and strange tracks there herself?
Apollo, let's ask Mr. Tenma about Jinxie's episodes the next time we talk with him.
They're really guiding you through this entire episode as though we can't figure things out or do things on our own. But I guess this is only the second episode, and this is under the assumption that you've never played like an Ace Attorney game. I'm gonna present my foot up your ass.
What is that?
It's the blackmail letter, but it wasn't sent to Alderman QB. It was sent to Mayor Tenma.
And?
You're not even the least bit concerned? You're not the least bit concerned? Supposedly the aide of Mayor Tenma? You're not the least bit concerned that there was a black letter that was sent to him? You fake bitch!
Your point being?
Someone took the letter from the mayor's briefcase and then placed it in the alderman's pocket after he was murdered.
Oh, you don't say.
You wouldn't happen to be the one who made the switch, would you? After all, you're the only one who knew that the blackmail letter was in his briefcase. So naturally, you...
Perhaps that shot of cologne will make those scales fall from your eyes.
Or my eyes fall from their sockets.
Is it possible you would like to frame me as the potential suspect? What would make you raise such an outrageous allegation in the first place? So it's because you fucking suck.
Oh, well, and I heard you don't pay your taxes.
Of course I don't pay my taxes. My only crime is being born as beautiful as you see here. In other words, you have nothing. Now, let me show you what to do with this garbage.
Ain't no shot you let him grab the fucking letter. You can't destroy evidence like that. Well, you just let him do it.
What do you mean I can't? I just did. Oh, I feel a little lighter now.
Oh, Apollo, you're so fucking stupid. Why did you even give it to him? Oh, you're so dumb. Oh my god. You've just won a one-way trip to the top of my most annoying people ever list, buddy. Wow, that's definitely gonna get him, Apollo. That's really gonna just... That's really gonna ruin his fucking day. Never mind the fact that he just literally ruined an important piece of evidence. You're not gonna fucking... Well, it was presented in court at one point, so technically the court record should still have it, right? Like, you can't just get rid of it. It was submitted in court. It was submitted in court. You can't just delete something that was submitted in court.
Are we done with your silly questions now? I'm a very busy man, you know.
I guess that's it for now. Also, why were you expecting him to fucking go along with you? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, pick up your damn calls.
Hello, LaBelle speaking. Oh, really? Oh, you wish to carry my new product at your store? Oh, but I'm afraid it's my own private brand. It's not available to the public. Oh, right. Then I shouldn't advertise it on TV. But I don't understand. That's the embodiment of beauty. It's my duty to announce my good looks to the world.
Stop the bus. I'm getting off.
Everyone wants my exclusive Je suis LaBelle brand products.
I'm so over him. I know it's my fault because of the voice I gave him, but I'm so over him.
It's the crown jewel of my collection, born of my long, relentless pursuit of beauty. But now that it's become so popular, it's been an absolute nightmare.
You don't say. Can we leave? This doesn't pertain to anything.
Well, they can't have it. It's just for me. It's not meant for you peasants.
Peasants.
This is my latest product. I'm calling it Color Me La Belle. Hair color.
That little bottle is supposed to be able to cover someone's entire hair.
A dazzling hair color that you can wash off with just water, like any temporary hair color dye.
Guess that means you can't sweat.
I have 7 colors in all. You can find out more in my commercials and magazine ads.
And yet, it's not available to the public? Great sales strategy there, genius. Yeah, you're just wasting money on advertising. You know how expensive advertising is? You know how much money it costs to appear in magazines and on TV and shit? Are you stupid? You buffoon?
Come to think of it, Mr. LaBelle, your hair color's changed since the last time we met.
Huh?
Really? Did it? I would have never guessed.
That little lady, butthole. The little lady has quite a discerning eye, and I can't believe no one has noticed but you. Congratulations. Here's a little sample. Consider it a gift for the one who truly appreciates beauty. I won't sell it, but I'll give it away for free. That's the perfect marketing strategy.
Oh, Apollo, what should I do?
You better take it before you get a face full of cologne.
Good point. Wow, thanks, Mr. LaBelle.
Okay, let's head over to the Fox Chamber. We've still gotta find the secret mechanism for opening the Forbidden Chamber.
Chamber.
Okay, let's find that secret mechanism for opening the Forbidden Chamber.
Oh, this is so exciting! I can't wait to see how it works. But do you really think the killer entered the Forbidden Chamber?
We'll just have to open it to find out.
We should also see if there's anywhere the killer could have hid in this room. Okay, let's get started.
I'm assuming it's that's how you pronounce it, but I don't know what that word is. I've never even seen that word, even though I've played this game before, but I've definitely never seen that word before. This is probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna cut the episode here and then start again. I need to make my episodes shorter. It takes way too long for me to edit these episodes. I need to make them shorter so that I can have time for myself, because I don't have time for myself to edit these videos. I got games to play and things to do. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed whatever you experienced here. Make sure you do things that you do on YouTube, even though I stopped saying that a while ago and I decided to say it again. I don't know why. Who's that going to encourage? Bye.
Butthole.